everyone, and welcome to Are We Doing This? I'm Lauren Parajon.
And I'm Lauren Butler.
We're two millennial moms on the brink of 40, looking for new ways to shake things up.
We're here to challenge ourselves, each other, and you to get out of our comfort zones and try something new.
So if you've caught yourself wondering, what's next? You're in the right spot.
So are we doing this?
Looks like it. Let's get into it. Hey guys, episode 17, and this is the first time we're bringing you a nighttime recording. Or did we do that once?
Yeah, I think this is our second evening, late night edition of Are We Doing This?
Well, I wasn't drinking wine that time. So this first time doing a late night with wine edition of Are We Doing This? So
yes,
we are doing this. What's up? How's it going? Are you surviving the week?
Oh, yes, I know. And we're doing it with wine, which I think I'm interested to see if this brings a different vibe.
I know, right?
To the pod.
I feel like, well, it's like more of our friendship was built on, we became best friends in college. So like
on drinking.
For a lot of our early friendship years, we were drinking. Like, I mean, we met at a frat party essentially. So like,
that's true.
That is true.
We should tell that story sometime.
So,
we're
circle.
Finally ourselves again because we have alcohol.
Right?
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what that says about us.
I'm sure it means something.
You know what? It means we're approaching 40 with little kids, and it's the end of the year, and May is awful.
Oh, preach.
That's what that means.
May. What is it? What do they call it on the social medias? Maycember?
Which I don't really understand.
I don't get that. Is that because like December is also
just like what happened? I have
Does
no
anybody
idea.
get that?
I guess.
I think it's like they're comparing it to December because of the holidays and stuff.
December feels way more chill than May.
I agree.
May is awful.
Cluster. So you guys are out of school, right?
No, we have 1.5 more days.
Oh, okay.
And I'm telling you, Anna woke up with the snottiest nose and a cough. And I was like, look, you just had the flu, so it's not the flu. You're going to school. Just like you have 1.5 more days. You've got this.
Just pull it out for me, girl. You can do it.
Lord.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. So 1.5 more days.
You're staring it down the barrel. It's coming.
Yes. It's scary, but I'm excited. Like I want to be excited because I remember how much I was excited as a kid for summer. Like I'm very excited to not have to wake up and have an immediate routine, and I want to like be in my pajamas and drink coffee. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I always want every morning is to be in my pajamas and drink coffee. But every day you got to get these kids ready for school, and then you got to take them to school. So you got to get out of your pajamas because I hang out at my drop off. I don't just like drop off. I hang out. So and then on weekends we were playing soccer every freaking day. So then it's like I never could like just chill. So I'm very excited about just kind of waking up slowly, starting my day slowly. So.
Slow starts. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. And not having to rush to do the morning hustle.
And fight with the kids to like wear whatever you like, I don't know, get their clothes on and get their snack and find the backpack. Find the library book that I swear grows legs and runs off. I don't know where it goes.
It's who knows. I make Elliot keep hers in her backpack. Like that's where it has to live.
No, we don't even read them. No, we don't even read them. They bring them home, and then I put them right on my desk, on the corner of my desk. We forget about it until it's due the next week, and then I put it back in their backpack. So that's. But there's a new. She went into a library for a field trip last week, and got a book from like the big library. And brought that one home, and it has disappeared. It is gone.
Yep, it's gone forever.
I'm like, can I just pay for it? I'll just buy the book. I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm never gonna find it.
It's easier than finding it.
Never gonna find it.
I finally started keeping my receipt from the library because my kids always get all the books because I have no way of remembering.
What books?
Also, if we go as a family, God love him. I love my husband. I don't know if he can hear me right now because we're all home, but like he'll just be like, yeah, get that book, get that book, get that book. And then we have like a stack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we have to find all of these and make sure they all get returned. Yeah. So anyway, I started bringing the receipt home because at least I have a list for inventory.
Yeah.
Anyway, library tangent. Okay, so you're almost out of school and you had field day today, right?
Field day was today, and God, do I dislike field day. Like when I was, what was your field day like in elementary school? Did you guys have one? And what
barely remember. I barely remember. Sure, we probably did that.
I don't remember a ton of it, but I remember having like a lot of different stations. Some were indoor, some were outdoors. And one that I remember from indoor was like you had to wear oven mitts and try to unwrap the most Starbursts. I don't know if you've ever tried to unwrap a Starburst.
That sounds terrible.
So it was like, I don't know. So it was like really fun challenges like that mixed in with like activities outside. And I grew up in St. Louis in Texas, and like in summer it's really hot, so I hated all the outdoor ones. And like I didn't love running and racing. So like I didn't love that stuff. So like some of my friends here were like, well, our field day, we were doing high jump, we were doing like all these races, like 100-meter dash, like all this. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds bad too. But like ours here, like it is fun. Like it's the three-legged race. There's like a water balloon station and there's like, anyway. So I volunteered when my son was in kindergarten, right? Because I was like, kindergarten mom, I wanted, this will be fun. Yeah. And it was kindergarten, first and second grade, doing the stations. And my station was tag, like just tag. Okay. Oh, and I think you get them for like, I don't know if it was 8 minutes or 12 minutes, but it's far too long to play consistent tag. Time. Yeah. And there were like 9 options for different kinds of tag. And I was like, well, I don't know what froggy fly tag is. So we're just going to do regular tag because like, so it ended up being a nightmare.
Some mom who has done that station before and had to fill 8 to 10 minutes was like, leave you're going to need all the different tag options.
Right. So, and it got to where like the kindergartners were cute about it. Cause there was my son and his friends. First graders were fine. Second graders were just flat out mean. Like, they're like, well, I don't want to do that. And I was like, all right, well then just go sit by that tree. And then they would just start walking away. And I'm like, no, you have, like, I can't watch all these kids and make you sit at this tree. And like, they were so defiant. And I didn't know how to handle it. So I, like, after that, my friend Jess and I were like, we will never do that again. I think every year it's just gonna be kindergarten parents and then they learn their lesson and never do it again. Mm-hmm. So this year, my dumbass was like, all right, well, my daughter's in kindergarten, my son's in second grade. So I know all the kindergartners. I know all the second graders. Yeah. It's just the first graders that I don't know, but I'm not scared of first graders.
I'm not scared of them.
Oh my God. So I got three-legged race, right? I picked it. I was like, this one is easy. This one is fun. This one is like what can go wrong? Every injury imaginable can go wrong. Like,
oh no.
You can't teach a kid how to coordinate their steps with the kid next to them so that they don't end up one kid falling and the other kid just dragging the kid across the finish line, creating rope burns on their ankles and turning these scarves into tourniquets. I swear to God, I was like, how did you twist that around your leg 100 times? Your leg is like turning colors. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh no.
Anyway, my friend,
was there only one? How many kids were doing it at the same time?
10 at a time. So it was like, five groupings.
That's a lot of kids.
They gave us these little like weird scarves that we then had to tie together. I don't know. I was like, we should have had some different kind of binding situation. But so then hell breaks loose and like the heavens pour down, like immediate storm, lightning, thunder, pouring rain, right? So it's like everybody inside, which then causes like I see my daughter collide with another kid. They're crying and it's just like chaos. So we get the kids inside and they went back to their classrooms while we made a plan. And so the plan was just shove all the kids into the gym and the cafeteria and the library and like create new stations because now like you can't do three-legged race on hard floor. Someone's gonna die. So then we end up like, so I was like, keepy uppy. I want keepy uppy. Like literally all I have to do, they just have to keep this beach ball in the air. This sounds fun. Well, that's fun unless you're right next to 5 other stations where like my kids are darting out into the pickleball station, getting whacked with paddles. Kids are colliding, and there's bloody lips, and there's concussions.
Oh my gosh!
Like, not real concussions, but
just like head bonks. Good.
Yes, lots of head bonks. This lasts for 2 hours, and I was like so spent by the end of it. Like, all right, lesson learned again. I'm not doing it again.
Never again. Sounds like a bloodbath. What was like the worst
literally,
injury?
There was blood. Like this kid was like, I hit my mouth on Ryder's head, and I was like, oh, let me see, because he was covering his mouth. I was like, are you bleeding? And he moved his hands. I was like, it's okay, it's just a little bit of blood. I was like trying to get him to lick it off so he wouldn't notice, right? Like, God, it's whatever. It's fine. It's over. The kids have fun.
How did your kids enjoy it?
So I didn't even get my son. My son didn't even come to my station because once they like were moved inside, we made new stations and they like started over. So I didn't even have my son. My daughter had fun.
Jeez.
What a mess. I was like, as soon as it ended, me and like 3 of the moms were like, where is the margarita station? Why is there not a margarita station outside the store? Like, I was just like, I gotta. So we went.
Mom and dad station.
Drink. Yeah,
so you went and had a post drink. That's good.
Oof, yeah,
sounds like it was well earned.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like these things sound great in theory, and then you get there and you're like, wait a minute, who thought this through?
I'm like, who's like, so like we have a new PE teacher next year.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if it will be revamped into something more manageable, possibly. I don't know. Like, I think
maybe
the PE teacher does a great job, the current one, and I don't know if there's a way to make it not chaotic. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't enjoy managing a bunch of children outside.
Yeah, maybe.
Or inside, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not for me.
Well, I'm glad you survived. It sounds like maybe now you know where you stand on field day.
Yeah, now I know. Like the first time, fool me once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame
what
on
is it?
me.
Fool me once.
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on. I don't know.
Me.
Either way, shame on me. I'm not doing this shit again.
There's shame.
Yeah, there's shame all around.
Oh man.
So
okay, so you
with your past
survived.
week? What
That's
did you guys
awesome.
do?
Oh my gosh. I feel like you have even more. We've both had like big week. Well, you've had a big week. You've had a lot of things happening. I have so many more questions
go next,
for you.
and then I'll throw in if I feel like it's important.
Okay, great. What did I do? Okay, well tonight I'm still trying to transition. This is a very short-term update, but my evening was a shit show. It was like everybody was. So Elliot has been, my 7-year-old has been getting nosebleeds every once in a while. We asked her pediatrician about it, and she's like, it's not common enough that it's like not a big deal, but it's, it's just like a whole thing, and she hates it.
They're traumatic, and then you have to clean up.
Yeah. And today she got one on the bus, which has never happened before. And usually I have like some Kleenex in her backpack, but she didn't have it. And thankfully she had some friends who like helped her out and had some tissues and stuff. But I think it just like shook her a little to be like, having a nosebleed on the bus. So there was that. Then, what happened? Then like my son, who's 3, is going through this really fun stage where he refuses to go to the bathroom until the very last minute.
Yeah.
And then it's a rush to the toilet. And then it's too late, and we're going through that phase. And I'm sure if you're a parent that's ever potty trained, he knows how to do it. And he does it at school perfectly. But for whatever reason, this kid cannot be bothered. Yeah. And today was the first time that he didn't make it, and it was a number 2. So it was a really fun cleanup. And I was like, we are past this, my friend. You turn 4 next month. Like, this is not... We're beyond. Yeah. So Zach and I had to tag team that, clean that up. Then he spilled his milk on the couch, and that's gross.
Oh, and milk you gotta really get out.
You gotta really get it out, or else it gets really stinky. Then they were roughhousing, and Elliot fell and hit her face on the floor again, making her nose start bleeding again.
Don't you guys have light-colored carpet too?
Thankfully, she fell on like our entry rug, which is like navy and like patterned. So
okay.
And of course, like Zach's like attending to her, and I'm like scrubbing the carpet.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay? Okay, great. Let me get this blood out of here. I mean, I did make sure she was okay, but I also want to get that before it sets.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was a night of bodily fluids around here, which is just a cluster.
That's just motherhood, and just a night recap of just parenthood.
Yeah.
Just cleaning up blood and poop.
And then I whatever. I had to bail on the dishes. Zach and I were cleaning up the kitchen, and I had to bail, and I came back around later, and I was like, sorry, I just left these. And he's like, oh, was it the cleaning up the shit or the blood or the...
Which part
what was it that distracted you?
Yeah.
So anyway...
No.
But our weekend was great. We installed and planted some veggie gardens in our backyard.
I mean, that picture, they look legit.
Yeah, over the long weekend. So we're excited. We've been talking about wanting to do that for a while, and the kids are excited about it. And so we thought it might be a fun time to get them out there and get them planted, so that maybe over the summer it could be like a cool, a fun thing for them to do with me. Of course, though, I'm always like trying to be cool mom about doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then, like, finding ways for them to be involved and not just, like,
do it, me.
totally,
Don't touch it.
but, like,
don't touch
but also, like, not totally mess it up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm cool. No, don't dig there. And
don't put it there.
Don't touch that. No, they need to be further apart. So anyway, and then I'm like, this isn't fun. I'm not being fun.
It's not fun for anybody.
Anyway, trying to find a nice balance there. But I am trying to find
water it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find like things they can do, and I'm teaching them how to harvest, and maybe I'll give them a few plants that can just be theirs, and I can let go of my control of those plants. Anyway, but it's fun. We've got some like kale and lettuce and tomatoes.
That's exciting.
So
how long does it take to like get that? Like,
well,
since it's it, now what?
Yeah, it's so late in this. I mean, it's late in the season to be planting because it's end of May. So like our planting starts like little baby plants so that they'll kind of catch up quicker. Yeah. Okay. And we got some lettuce starts from my neighbor friend, and Yeah. Oh, that makes me sound so granola. I got my lettuce start.
The lettuce starts. I was like, what is a lettuce start?
It's a lettuce start.
You mean like
it's a baby lettuce plant.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm hoping that they do okay since we're kind of getting a late start, but we'll see.
Well, you know what's funny? I was thinking about just now, actually, as you said that, as I was like, we were like, when we started this podcast, we were like, we want to do all these challenges. And one of your challenges was to garden. And like, we're not counting it as a challenge, but like you're doing it. And like, we can talk about it, but like, and then this past weekend I went golfing for the first time, like 9 holes.
Oh my gosh.
And that was one thing I've mentioned kind of recently that I wanted to take up. So I feel like even though we're not announcing them as these big challenges, we're still like doing like new things we've wanted to do. So I just wanted to point that out, and I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Hey, me too. I think it's just like the mindset of trying to like embrace new things or like do things even if they're uncomfortable. Like last week when I went to that Pilates class, I didn't know what that
that was another thing. Pilates. You did cold plunge. Like you've done a lot of new things since we started this.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
And you golfed? That's impressive.
Golfed. Okay,
do you know how to swing a club? I couldn't do it.
I'm straight Happy Gilmore. Like I just wail on it with the driver. Like my form's all wrong. It drives my husband nuts because like he's taken so many lessons and like really like watches all these videos to really fine tune. He went got fitted for these clubs, and he has spent a lot of money and a lot of time to golf, right? And so we went to Top Golf, and I just took the driver and just like whacked the shit out of the ball. And I mean, it flies, but it is like,
but it's ugly.
Nothing is correct, I'm sure. Yeah. Like, but it just wails. And so, and it's so fun. Like, it's so fun to just smack it, right?
Yeah.
And so this course, so I've done that at Top Golf, and then I've done just the driving range where I just whack it the whole time. So my husband took me, went to this little place, and we bought golf clubs. I have a set of golf clubs, my own, with a bag and everything. And so do my kids now. And so we went to this. It's called Cattails. It's in Loveland, and it's a par 3. Every hole's a par 3. Okay. So I guess real courses can range like 3 to 5 or something. I don't know, but basically it's basically family friendly and probably for children. But so we did take our kids. It was my family, my friend Jess's family, my friend Steph's family. So we took all the kids, there's 6 kids and us, and we all got like golf carts and stuff and had a blast. Like the kids had so much fun. I had like a few really good, like I like almost got a hole in one like through this is it a goose or a duck? Goose? Through this goose's legs, right? Like right through this goose's legs. I almost got it in. It was so cool. And then at the very end, it's like the 9th hole is like a pretty long one. It was like 188 yards or something. I don't know. Feet? Probably feet. I have no idea. Yards? It's probably yards. This is how much I know about golf. It's literally nothing. I feel like,
could you see it? It was probably feet.
Okay.
Right?
You're right. It was feet.
How many yards is like a football field?
100?
Don't worry.
100 yards? 100 yards? You Google that. So the last one. So the whole time I wasn't using my driver, right? It's because I had to like use the normal, like the, whatever they're called, the other ones. And so on the last hole, my husband's like, why don't you just use your driver on this and see what happens, right? So like, from my understanding, par 3 means that it would take about 3 hits to get it in, right? So I just took my driver and just like, my friend Zach, he was like, Lauren, don't try to kill it though. Just like go easy. And just like, I'm like, all right, fine. So I tried, and it kind of like dinked off, and it wasn't exciting. My husband was like, you want to go one more time? I was like, yeah. And so I put another ball down, and Zach goes, all right, just kill it. And I'm telling you, I smacked that ball. It bounced right in the front of the hole. Like it rolled right past the hole. And everyone was like, oh my God. All the guys were like, holy shit. Like I was the only one to almost get a hole in one. And
my gosh.
It was so fun. It was so exciting. So
whoa.
Am I a golfer? Am I basically professional? I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like it.
Feet or yards or pars it is.
If you are interested in an endorsement deal, you can contact us.
Yeah. Let us know if you want.
At Gmail.
Someone with zero form. Lauren. Yeah. With zero form and just wants to whack it.
You sound like a prodigy to me.
That's what I said. I was like, I'm basically professional now. And Zach was like, well, you're kind of already better than your husband. I was like, do not tell him that.
Don't say that out loud.
Don't say that.
Does he try to help you? Does he try to like mansplain to you?
And when he does, I'm like, all right, cool. And then I just do it how I want to do it. Because if I think about it, I won't be able to hit it. Yeah. And so my only goal is just to whack it. Yeah.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Just keep doing that. It was fun. I think I would like to go. I want to go like do 9 holes on a real course with like me and my husband and a friend and their husband, right? Like I want to go do like 2 pairs. And then I think I want to do like 9 holes with just girls, like the 4 of us girls, and just go like get a golf cart, have some cute drinks, wear a cute outfit.
Yeah.
Spend 9 hours at the golf course like our husbands do. And call it a day.
Shit out of some stuff.
Exactly. Just whack the shit out of everything.
That sounds great, actually.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Take up golfing.
Take up golfing. I love it.
Okay, any of the terminology.
A football field is 120 yards long.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Was it a football field length? What'd you say? 100 and...
It was 180 yards. Wait. I guess yards. I have no idea. You would think I would know because it's like 1/3 of it, right? Like yards and feet.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I don't fucking know. It's probably feet.
No, listen,
I don't think you probably can't hit a ball 100 and something yards. No, it wasn't yards. It was feet. I can't hit a ball that far.
Oh, like a football field plus whatever percent more 180 is than 120. Oh, geez. Let's segue out of the math portion of this episode.
Anyway, I tried golf, no gardening. We're basically just professionals at this point.
Great. Cool. Well, this is an episode that's called "Are We Really Doing This?"
But we have spent
some time updating you on our lives, but that's okay. But yes, this is our challenge episode, so we want to talk about the thing we've been trying to do.
Trying being the key word on this one.
That's gone. Our little book report, and then we want to talk about what is next. So, who should go first?
So we tried to watch all 10 Academy Awards nominated Best Picture films. Okay.
Yes.
As a recap, those are Anora, The Substance, The Nickel Boys, I'm Still Here, Emilia Perez, Wicked, Conclave, Dune 2, The Brutalist, and A Complete Unknown. Lauren, how many of these did you watch?
All right. I get hold on. I should have done this math before. I get like a 55%.
Okay.
So I failed. if we're going by a traditional grading system. I watched 5 and like a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched 5 and a quarter. I watched Anora, The Substance, Emilia Perez, which I have feelings about, Wicked, which I'd technically already seen, and A Complete Unknown.
You had already seen Anora too.
Listen. Listen,
you have to call me out on it.
You have to call me out. And then I watched like the first quarter of the Nickel Boys.
Okay.
And yeah, I failed, but I will say towards the end, it became clear to me that it just was gonna be harder to reach the goal every day. And I was like,
well, like at some point yesterday, we were like, we're just not watching Dune, right? Like, that's just an understood thing.
A day or two ago, we were like, all right, which ones are we just bailing on? Dune 2 was the first to get
bailing on Dune, because I wasn't gonna take the time to watch Dune 1, right? Like, no. My sister said that they watched Dune 2 in a theater, like with the volume full up, and she fell asleep. So I feel like
that's a good sign.
I didn't need to watch that. So.
Yeah, and then at some point I just gave up. I was like, this just isn't going to happen. I just need to admit defeat
instead.
Yeah, I built a garden instead.
Exactly.
So yeah, I just caved. I don't know. First of all, 10 is a lot. And
10 in 1 month is a lot.
They're not like cute short movies. They're long.
And they're heavy. They're so heavy.
A lot of them have subtitles because they're foreign language films.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a fun way to spend time.
It's not my cup of tea. It's just not. Like,
okay, how did you do?
I'm not on the Academy Awards. Like,
yeah, like, okay, well,
like, no, no.
Before you tell us how many you watched, do you feel your goal was like you wanted to feel more cultured
and like aware,
like you have more interesting things to talk about or something?
0.
Is that right?
No, it didn't work for me. That was my plan. I don't. There are a few that I'm like, I kind of like, some of them I didn't like while I was watching it, but now I do, like, because I think about them often. And I don't know if that's just because I don't watch many movies anymore. So it's like just the only movies I've seen. Yeah. So some of them I'm like, I actually enjoyed them later, like not during.
Oh.
Like, I think The Substance is one of those. Like, as I was watching it at the beginning, I was like, oh, I really like this. And then just the gore at some point turned me off from the whole movie.
Wild.
But then in thinking about all the like underlying messages and the whole theme of it, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that one. And it was kind of fun to be totally grossed out. I haven't been like that repulsed in a long time.
I haven't been that repulsed in a long time.
So I watched Anora, I watched The Substance, I watched The Knuckle Boys, I watched Emilia Perez, I watched Wicked, I watched Conclave. I watched A Complete Unknown, and I'm 60% through The Brutalist, and halfway through I'm Still Here. So I watched almost, and I did not watch Dune too. So I watched.
So you watched 7 whole movies,
7 whole.
and then so 8. We'll call it. On average. 7.
Yeah, so about
8.75 or something.
Yeah.
Well, good job. I'm impressed that you did all of that.
But I was trying to watch them while I was doing cakes, and then quickly realized, well, subtitles, I can't. And then some of them were just too dark to even see in my kitchen, and then some of them were just so heavy that I felt like I needed to sit with them. Like I needed to be nighttime and the kids in bed, and I had to really like sit and pay attention. Yeah. So I don't know. Am I glad I did the challenge? I mean, Are you? Let's talk about Emilia Perez. Let's talk about Emilia Perez.
So bad.
Why was it a musical? Why?
It was so bad.
Why was it a musical?
But also, it wasn't just that it was a musical. Okay, the musical was weird, but I was like, in the beginning, I was like, all right, like the first song, I was like, okay, I get that they're trying to do something different. Okay, I can kind of, whatever. It's weird, but like I kind of see what they're trying to do. But then a lot of the musical stuff, it wasn't just that it was a musical, but the music was terrible.
Yeah.
Was it just brought me?
Nothing to it.
But also the music
it was like,
was so
just saying like they're like doing something. They're like, I'm doing that. But singing about it. And I'm like, but that's not telling me any more about like how you feel about it, or like,
it was so bad.
I don't know. It felt like it was just repeating what was happening, but in music form. So I was like,
yes.
If I fast forward through this, I miss nothing.
They were like talk singing, and like the music was just bad. And then the operation room number.
So weird.
I think they actually sang a line that was like penis to vagina about a trans operation.
Right,
and I was like, oh my God. It was just so cringy. And then it also couldn't decide what kind of movie it wanted to be. Like it would go down all of these weird.
It's like, I'm artsy.
Yes.
No, I'm
and then like
dark drug
you thought
cartel.
it was going to be about this thing. Like then Emilia like falls in love, and you're like, okay, maybe this is going to be not going to be a story. And then maybe it's going to be about her kids, and like not really. And it just never made any sense to me. And then like
it had such a good plot. Like the if you would have said like this drug lord cartel like guy wants to be a woman, and in order to do that has to give up his whole life, move elsewhere, create a new identity, and never see his family again. Right. And become another person. And I'm like,
and he recruits
that
this
in
woman,
itself
this woman to help him do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, that in itself, how cool. I want to hear this. I want to see this. Like, let's go. But then it was like no care was given to like, okay, even like she has all of her operations and then wakes up, and then you see her putting on a normal bra. And I'm like, has anyone ever had boob surgery? And you don't like just put on a normal bra. Like, I don't know. I know that shouldn't bother me, but like that's just things like that, where it's like, just like do 4 seconds of research and try to like be a little bit realistic. Yeah. Because they kind of tried to be realistic, and then they just really didn't. And
and then there was these moments where Zoe Saldana?
Saldana.
Her character is like emotional about Amelia, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't believe it. I don't get it. I'm not emotional about her. No. Like, that just, the character development wasn't there. I didn't care about any of them. It was just like weird.
Also, the weirdest part to me was that he was this like, they didn't say that he was like this, I don't know. They probably did say he was like a drug lord, right? Like, and the assumption is that he's done horrible things and killed millions of people in his, career. And then he'd be just like, because he becomes a woman, like now he cares and loves everyone, wants to help everyone, and wants to like help find all the bodies that the drug cartel like hid and whatever. And I was like, what the? How?
That's just
like,
okay.
Did it change his brain? Like,
right.
I was so confused.
And like she starts this nonprofit organization to like help all the families.
And
like
puts her face on TV. I was like, wait a second. I thought what was going to happen is she was going to be discovered as like, wait, there's our drug cartel.
Same. And then it was going to be this big conflict. Like, oh my God, I can't believe the person who was.
How did that not happen?
But it didn't. It was just like, supposed to be heartwarming, I think, that she did this
you're like
thing.
Literally in hiding, why are you doing commercials on TV to like out the people you used to work with?
Not to mention, you're supposed to believe that his ex-wife did
not
recognize him in real life.
I told you, I was like, I would recognize Lady Cam in 1 second. Like, you can put boobs on him and like, I would recognize Lady Cam in a second. And I feel like you would recognize Lady Zach in a second.
For sure. Even if it had been 4 years and I believed he had died.
He was dead, yeah.
Anyway,
Weird.
bad movie.
Anyway.
Bad movie.
Didn't love it. Do think about it a lot, though.
I know.
I don't know. It's kind of one of those where I was like, I don't know. Like,
have you read all the controversy about it?
Yeah. Well, I've heard about it from other podcasts. I have not dug into it, but yeah, like when she was nominated, like there was like no applause, like the actress.
Sophia, or maybe that's her middle name. I've already forgotten.
I have no idea.
Anyway. Okay. Also, I liked the Complete Unknown a little better, but it was still confusing.
Yeah.
I think Anora was my favorite, or Wicked were my favorites of the ones I saw.
Yeah. So Nickel Boys was interesting because it was like a storyline that I didn't know about. Like, obviously, you know that in the past, you know, horrible racism and, you know, everything like that. But like the fact that they were sent to this like school, I think it was a school, right? Like,
I only watched the first part of it. I didn't finish it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Well, like they ended up like going to this school, and then like in this school they're like tortured, and you know, like they'll just lock them in an attic where it's so hot, and then the part about that movie that was so hard for me, and I think we talked about it for a second because you noticed it in the beginning, was the POV of this movie. Yeah. The POV is like through the main character's eyes, right?
Yeah.
So you're seeing what he sees. You never see the main character.
Yeah.
And it was driving me insane. I'm like, who is this person? Like, what does this person look like? You could understand their skin color based on like context cues, but you couldn't figure out like
who the person actually was. Do you ever see him?
Yes. So you do, because then it switches where you see it from his friend's perspective. But then you have to relive certain things. So it's like a whole conversation from one POV, and then it would switch and it's the same conversation from a different POV. So then you realize the person you're looking at was the other POV, right? So you're like, oh, this is the character. Anyway, like, so spoiler alert, if you plan on watching this, stop it now. But like the main character dies, like he gets killed, and then his friend that he met there takes on his identity and becomes him, so that he can then like carry out his mission to like uncover all the horrible things that are happening there. But that's why the POV changes, because then because you see him older and you only see like, you know, the POV from him, so you don't know it's not him, it's his friend just taking on his name. So it was interesting but jarring. I was like, I feel disconnected from the main character because I can't, even though I'm supposed to be seeing what they see, I couldn't connect not seeing that person, I guess.
Yeah. So that's weird. That's confusing. Yeah. I feel like I would spend too much time in my head, like trying to figure it out.
Like who's talking and like what, like who is this?
Yeah. Yeah. That's confusing.
So that was odd.
Oh,
I didn't love that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of The Brutalist right now, and I really like it because based on the name, I was like, I don't want to watch this. I have no interest. My head was thinking like,
heavy,
I don't know,
dark.
meathead torture action something. I was but instead it's like,
isn't it like a wartime?
Adrian Brody, is that his name? Yeah, it's Adrian Brody. Like, wartime. He's like a incredible architect, and so it was like the opposite of what I was expecting. And I'm like, I kind of like this movie. So
that's funny.
I'm about 60% in, so I didn't finish that one yet, but I will because I actually really like it. So
cool. Maybe I'll actually watch that one. Okay, so we don't necessarily feel more cultured. It took a lot of time, and I don't know. Maybe we saw some stuff we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Definitely. I definitely wouldn't have seen any of this otherwise.
Yeah.
Any of it. Maybe Wicked eventually. So we did it. I think the fun thing about this podcast is like we're challenging ourselves, and that doesn't mean we're going to complete it 100%. And that doesn't mean we're not going to fail. Okay. Like it happens.
Okay. We just have to maybe not fail more often than we succeed. Maybe. Or at least we do things that we learn something from. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, you guys can tell us, how frustrated are you with us? I know my husband is, so he'll tell us.
Like, can you guys just finish one thing?
Can you guys just finish one thing? That'd be great.
Oh, man.
Okay, so let's talk about what's next. What is next for the month of June, which is coming up upon us? I think we both talked about wanting to do something. We're both like anxious to get back into some kind of routine of movement again. And so we both wanted to focus on that. And I think we were thinking about like, okay, what is it we want to do? Do we want to do the same thing together? But I think we landed in different spots. We're going to try two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so for, I guess just to preface, like, what are your struggles with why you're not on a workout routine right now? Is it like more of a time thing? Is it more like
It's a
what is it
time
for
thing.
you?
It's like an interest thing. I like lose interest in stuff, and then I
Yeah.
just like kind of peter out on it. I thrive when I'm like in a workout environment where I'm like told what to do. Like if I go to a
Yeah.
class or like if I have to come up with it on my own, I'm really not great at that.
Yeah.
And I also love the like social
Yeah.
pressure or positive pressure to like do it with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my follow through is bad and I just like it's hard for me to stick with stuff. So I mean, that's essentially why. But
What is your favorite type of workout? Like,
well, I love yoga because I used to do yoga a ton. We
yeah.
used to do yoga too,
Remember we
but
did
like
hot yoga like religiously.
yes, for a
Before my
while.
wedding, I did hot yoga like every single day, sometimes twice a
Yeah.
day. And I was like the skinniest I've ever
Yeah.
been, but we're
Well,
never
yeah.
gonna get back to there, so that's
Memories.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I did hot yoga for a while, and then when I lived in Madison, I did yoga for quite some time, and then there was a teacher I had there who I loved, and that really got me engaged. Like I really loved her. I loved her classes, and I really like kept up with it.
Yeah.
But then I turned into a yoga snob, and I didn't want to go to classes that weren't hers because I like
Yeah.
was really got attached.
Yeah.
I almost went to teacher training and I almost like did the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
but then after my kids, I feel like I was out of it for a long time, and then I tried to get back into it, and I just like this is gonna sound weird, but it just didn't feel well, maybe not weird to women who are our
Yeah.
age, but like it didn't feel the same in my
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
because one, I had lost it so much, but also after kids, like so much changes,
Yeah.
and it was like kind of disorienting, almost like upsetting, almost
Yeah.
like I think because it was a workout I had known so well for so long and that was such a phase of my life that I
Hmm.
did it so much and then to try it again but it just felt like wrong. Didn't I don't know, I just didn't like settle into it the way I used to. It didn't
Yeah.
come as naturally or whatever. Didn't feel the same and it was like really disorienting to me. And then I think that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth and then I didn't do it for a
Yeah.
while. So anyway, that's a long answer to your question.
No,
But
I mean, that explains it.
and then also just like all or nothing thinking, like,
Right.
I feel like I have to go to the gym and
Yeah.
like work out for an hour and a half or an hour even and like
Hmm.
really do a whole thing. And then like, if there's days where that's hard, I just don't
Yeah.
do it. And then I just don't
And
do
you feel like
anything.
if you're only gonna make it to the gym once this week, what's the point of going the once
Right.
this week? Like,
And then I start
is
being
that
like,
doing
well,
anything?
and
Yeah.
then, yeah, exactly. So, but I think that's going to be a little bit related to the challenge I picked is
Okay.
like kind of combating some of that. But
Okay.
yeah, I want to hear your challenges first and then maybe we can
Well,
talk about
I
what we're going to
so
do.
I've had a journey of
Yeah.
of my fitness journey. So like I mentioned before, for the past 2 years, I was very into. I had a personal trainer who it was through the Future app. So it was like an app that you work with a personal trainer and you FaceTime the trainer, and then they create like custom workouts for you, right? And
Okay.
so I was doing that for 2 years, like 4 or 5 times a week, and I loved that. Like you said, it was the accountability and the structure. Like that's the thing is
Yeah.
I know how to use every machine at the gym. I know how to do every workout. But if someone doesn't tell me exactly what to do, then I'm
Yeah.
just gonna walk around and be like, I guess I'll do that one. I guess I'll do this one.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm bored and I'm gonna go home. Like so if I don't have someone making me do it, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna give it my all. So there's that. So in the past I've done like Camp Gladiator. So that was like I would get up at 5 in the morning and
Oh,
go
I
do
forgot
group
about Camp
workouts. And
Gladiator.
I loved that because
Yeah.
because of the social setting, right? Like I
Yeah.
loved social
You make
settings.
friends and then you see them
Right.
there and stuff. Yeah.
Before COVID, my favorite type of workout is definitely it's dance kickboxing. And like not many people offer dance kickboxing. Like
Yeah.
I haven't found it anywhere here. Like I go to a kickboxing class and they do some decent music, but there's no like
Dance element
dancing
to it.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kickboxing, which is fine. I enjoy it, but I think like you were saying, like after you have kids, and I don't know if that's what did it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if this is you too. I used to get a high from
Mm-hmm.
working out. Like the endorphins, like all the feel good stuff that's supposed to be released from a workout. I
Yeah.
used to get that. I, honest to God, have not felt that for so long. I can't tell you how many years. Like I will
That's
say it
so
was probably
interesting.
before kids. Like I
Yeah.
think it's been at least 8, 9 years because I probably didn't get it while I was pregnant. Like it's probably
Mm-hmm.
been at least 9 years that I've felt any kind of like feel good
positive.
vibes. Like I feel good that
Okay.
I did it, but like
Yeah.
I literally dread every single workout. I don't look forward
Yeah.
to any of it. I tried every pre-workout. I was like maybe that'll do it. Like maybe I just have the energy to do it, I'll want to do it. I like so because there's no feel good, like I don't know,
Yeah.
that the motivation to do it is 100% gone. Like
Yeah.
literally the only motivation is like so I don't die, right?
Right. Right.
Like I would like my heart to keep beating. So but without any of that, it's just like I was setting goals like when I had a trainer and meeting them and I was enjoying so I was lifting really heavy and I was like
Mm-hmm.
I had this goal that I wanted to be able to bench press like a plate on each side. So
Okay.
that's like a 45-pound plate on each side, which is 135 pounds. And I was like, halfway through, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. So by the end of the year, I could do it. I could do like 4 reps, which isn't a ton,
That's
but like
awesome.
that's what most men do. Like I
Yeah.
start at that. But the fact that I could even do it, and like I had men coming up to me at the gym being like, that is really impressive. And I was like,
Yeah.
that kind of made me feel good, but it wasn't the
Yeah.
like
But it wasn't the
exercise
same
high.
still.
Right. It was like a proud feeling, but
Interesting.
not a
It was more in
the
your
high's
mind than in your
gone. Yeah.
body. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a body feeling.
And I don't know how to get it again. And I've been
Interesting.
chasing it, and it's not. I'm
Okay.
doing kickboxing classes. I was playing softball. Like
Is it a
I don't
different
know.
kind of workout? Like, is it less cardio? Is it like that
No,
cardio
'cause
tired that you
well, I was
get
trying
where
to
you
figure out
feel?
like what the high was that I used to get, and it was back when I was like lifting weights. Like I remember
Mm-hmm.
going to Crunch Gym in Texas with my husband, lifting like at 6 in the morning, and like I would I
Okay.
would be like get my shoes. I was all excited. It was dark out. Get my shoes on. Like I don't know. I had this like
Oh.
eagerness to go. And
Okay.
felt like I could see my muscles. I don't know. It's weird. Like I could actually like
Okay.
see some definition in that.
Yeah.
I would just feel so good on the way back. Like that was awesome, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't felt it at all for 10 years. And so I thought it
Huh.
was like hormones, right? But like
Yeah.
I had all my hormones tested and I'm good. And I'm just like, well,
It's annoying.
how do I get it? I'm like chasing this high that I just can't
Yeah.
find anymore.
That's
So
so
that's
interesting. I
yeah, it was that
wonder.
and like I stopped using my training app because it ended up being like 200 a month, which is not bad when you think about it being a personal trainer, but it sounds very
Yeah.
expensive when you're like, that's an
But
app.
for an app, yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as like my client didn't renew at the beginning of the year, I made some cuts. And so that was one of them where I was like,
Yeah.
I know how to work out. I can do this. And then immediately fell right off. So that my
Yeah.
struggles are the motivation. I have zero. The no zero high. So I get like no, I don't know. And like
Yeah.
also I this is I mean it's not like a secret that most of the time when you lose weight it's because of diet not exercise, like that's not
Right.
some kind of like medical
Yeah. Yeah.
mystery, but like it's true for me. So when I
Yeah.
do the keto diet or when I'm whatever, I lose weight. And so another problem right now is like I'm losing weight doing keto without exercising at all, so then now the motivation to exercise is even less. And when you're keto you're not eating carbs, so like the energy to work out
Oh,
is
yeah.
like less. So
Less, yeah. Do you
these are all
do
of
you
my
notice yourself getting
yeah,
tired
like
quicker?
man, tired and like I can't bench what I used to. I can't.
Yeah.
Could that also be just that I'm not doing it
Well,
frequently?
yeah, that you
Yes.
just took a break and you got to
Yeah.
build it back up, maybe.
But God, it's hard. So these are all my issues and why
Those are
I've
good
pretty
ones.
much fallen off the wagon.
Well, I feel like chasing that like feel good. So I just feel like there's that really great feeling you have. You and I both have never been runners, so I don't really know like runner's high. I've never.
No, I never got
experienced.
that. I never
No,
got that
same. Never experienced that. But I've
ever.
also never really like run. That's
We
probably
ran
why.
okay. A 5K is running. I feel like
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
to most it's not, but to many it is.
But I never felt that. But I have
Yeah.
had experiences over my life where like I am just spent physically. Like
Yeah, and that feels
growing
good.
up, like I used to water ski and like especially as I got older, it's like a full body workout to like really
Yeah.
get out there and ski, and my whole body would just be exhausted.
Yeah.
But it like felt good. It was like it's almost like you empty the tank, like you get
Yeah.
everything out, and there's like a relief or like a cool feeling. That's like the closest I've ever gotten to like a physical
When was the last time you felt
high
that?
after. I mean,
Was it like boarding when you were little?
when I was young, yeah, like
Okay.
maybe, or like I did cheerleading for a long time. That was like pretty athletic, and but I don't know. Like to me, it's like that pushing it all the way to the edge of like to the end of exertion
Yeah.
is like when I feel great after, or just that
Yeah.
tired in your body. And maybe it's just that like, do you think it's just that we're not working out hard enough? Like we're not
I don't
pushing
think
ourselves
that's
enough?
my case because
Or
like
like
when I
enough
had my trainer,
cardio?
I
I
was
don't
like
know.
doing,
Yeah.
but I veered away from cardio Because I was like, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it, right? Like, so I hate cardio. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. So like I was getting my cardio in softball and kickboxing, but like I don't want to sit on a treadmill. Yeah, go.
I have a question. Sorry, I'm raising my hand.
Yes, Lauren. Yes.
Yes, me. Okay, when you do like, remember when you were really into hiking and you did that hike all by yourself when you went all the way to the top?
That was really cool. That was cool. That vibe was like accomplishment vibe, right? Like, and the views gave me the high. That's a good point. Yeah, that gave me the high.
I was just, is there a time that you were super active, but it wasn't like working out, air quotes, but that you felt it after maybe? Like, did you feel, was your body tired after that? I imagine.
Yeah, like that was such a hard hike. Yeah, maybe I should hike more. And I thought I was getting really into it, and then I saw 2 rattlesnakes within 2 weeks, and I was like, "Well, I'm done for now. Like, I'll do it another time." But there is, this is one of the challenges I want to do. Actually, maybe I could fit it in this month. This one, since we're doing the fitness challenge, I bet I could get down to Colorado Springs and do. There's this. I've told you guys about it, but it's like the Manitow Incline. It might be called Manitou. I don't know how to say it, but it's
Manitow or 2.
Yeah, it's like 2,400 steps straight up a mountain. Like if you see a picture of it,
you've told me.
So cool looking. And I was like, I want to do it, right? And we were
Lauren, you gotta do that.
Year. I know we were gonna do it last year, and then my husband sprained his ankle, so we didn't go. But I think about it, but then I'm like, have you ever tried to go from your basement to your top floor? I get to the top, I'm like, oh my God. Let's do that like over and over and over. So I'm like, is this gonna suck?
But you work up to it. Like, okay, the hike you did though there in Fort Collins, like, you worked up to that, right? It's not like you just did it.
No, I kind of just did it. Oh. Right when I moved here, I was like, I'm gonna hike to the top of that. And I was like waiting for like friends to go with me, and no one could go because I'm like, I didn't work during the day, so I was like, I'm gonna just do it, and I did it by myself, which was I don't recommend hiking alone for various reasons,
especially if you're like not prepared,
right? This specific hike, you rock climb the top, like you actually have to like. I've never rock climbed in my life. You have to like climb up these giant rocks and like stand. So I got to the top and then saw that I had to climb, and I was like, well, I shouldn't do this. And then these like 2 20-year-old girls were like, hey, come with us, like all their energy and perkiness. And they're like, just follow us. We've done this 100 times. I'm like, great. So I followed them. I'm glad I did it. And I got to the top and immediately realized I have a fear of heights now. Like you wouldn't believe how fast I hugged that rock. I got down and laid down on it and hugged it because I was like, I'm just gonna shimmy back down.
Lay here.
I couldn't stand up on a rock on top of a mountain. I couldn't do it.
I mean, that makes sense. That's fair. I'm sure you're not alone.
But scary. I guess like that. So if I do the Manitow Incline, I'd be interested to know if I get that high at all, or at least that sense of accomplishment, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right.
I think as a mom, like, I don't know, it's that you don't get that accomplishment for yourself that much, that feeling. Yeah. Like you're so busy with your kids. Like,
right.
Like I was recently like, so like last week, but we talked about, my son was trying out for competitive soccer and I wasn't sure if I want to do it. He ended up making the gold team, which is the second highest team. So we let him decide he wants to do it. So we're doing it. We're doing this whole, but like, I have that sense of accomplishment for him.
Yeah.
But like the things we pour ourselves into are usually not ourselves. So like what would I have to like, ever since we like got certain jobs, beyond that, there's not a whole lot to like, be proud of yourself for. So
that's crazy to think about.
I know. Like when was the last time we had something to like brag on ourselves about?
Right. Well, like and then
graduating and then
and then like our whole life, the way it's structured, it's like working out just becomes a checkbox of one more thing to do on my list. And to your point, your whole motivation is like, well, I want to live long enough and I don't want my knees to give out on me and I don't want to like hurt my back. Just like functional fitness, And so that's a wild idea to think about being active with your body as like a joyful, exhilarating thing again. Like, I just don't think that's for me anymore. Like, I know, but maybe it is. Like,
but
I don't know.
It should be. You played pickleball. Did you enjoy? Like, did you feel active? When
I got it, yes, it can be. It can be a workout. Pickleball is funny because it is like that. Like, if you play at a certain level and you're playing well, like it is more active for sure. But you can also have a lot of fun playing pickleball and not be very active at all, which is kind of what's great about it.
Yeah,
it's
which is kind of nice.
Yeah, it's like a great equalizer. Like you can play with anybody and whatever. But there was a while last year when I felt like I was getting better because I was playing a lot, and I do feel like I was more active. And then I strained my calf like an old lady.
I thought you snapped your calf in half.
Oh, it was not good. I thought it was my Achilles at first, and that really freaked me out. Anyway, so that slowed me down. Yeah. And then I just got to get back on it. So, but yeah, it's fun. It's not like even at my most active of it, or like when I was at the best that I was doing, it wasn't like exhausted, tired after. Right. I mean, I was like tired, but not like, wiped. But I kind of feel like, okay, I was listening to who is it? Whatever I need to find her name, but like popular women's nutrition scientist, doctor lady. Yeah.
Dr. Lady.
The one of them who's like trending right now, and I can't remember her name right now. Of course, they'll come to me. But I was listening to a podcast, and she was talking about like what we know about women's bodies and how they respond to like fitness and just like supplements and all kinds of things, and how they're different from men's. And anyway, one of the things she was saying that's so helpful is to push yourself all the way to that point of like as hard as you can go, but you only have to do it like once and like a tiny bit, and just that has like all these health benefits. And it made me realize like, oh, I never do that anymore. Right. Like I never push myself
time to.
Like my husband's a cyclist, and sometimes they do like these high threshold like performance tests basically, and that's the goal. Like you go until you cannot go. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that sounds terrible. But anyway,
who's gonna carry me home?
I think like lifting heavy, which I know, and she talks about that a lot too, but also just like actually exerting yourself very like high. There's better words. Wine. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
Barely drinking. Drink up. Take another one. I know.
I am going really
slow.
Look
at easier.
Anyway, I do wonder if that's some of what's missing from like our general. But you do a lot of heavy lifting for sure.
I was, and I was maxing out. Like I was maxing out on certain things, like going to exhaustion, going to where I can't go anymore. And the other thing that's stopping me from doing that again is now that I'm out of that routine, I don't want to get so sore that I physically can't do life for 3 days after, because that's what it feels like. If I do squats too hard, like one day, like weighted barbell squats, literally the next day I cannot walk. The day after that, I really can't. It's worse the day after that. And then I can't work out more because I'm dying. And it's like, well, now it's the next week and I don't want to do that again to myself. So
I just finally recovered. And now
getting out of that routine is terrible. And then I would like skip kickboxing. So I'm like, I can't lift a leg. So how am I supposed to do anything? So I got so that routine just fell off. But I think I think you should talk about your challenge first, because yours is really interesting. The one you picked.
So I worked with ChatGPT because I was like, what should I do and what's approachable? And so
what exactly did you type in?
Oh, I can't remember my prompt, but it was like, my goal was like, I just want to move. I just want to like focus on the habit of moving and making it really consistent, because that's really hard for me. Like I'm so all or nothing. I want to go to the gym and do a big workout, or I want to go to a class, which is like fine. But I really just want to make movement a more regular habit, like every day, and be less precious about it, and less like just do it, find ways to infuse activity more into my day to day. And so I asked ChatGPT, I was like, create a 30-day workout plan for me. I'm an almost 40-year-old mom. I'm super busy. I don't have a lot of time. And I'm like a beginner to novice. I don't want it to be too intense, but I also want to very up the effort level and the intensity, so that like the days are all different, and like infuse some fun in it basically, and like make it not boring. And so it wrote me a 30-day plan. Also, since ChatGPT knows about our podcast, it called
they know your blood type at this point.
Yeah. I said nothing about the podcast for this workout plan, but then it was like, here's your plan. It called it, Are We Moving This? Which I thought was cute. Yeah. And it put in suggestions about like how to record audio and do stuff to share with the podcast.
That's so funny.
Which is so funny. But it's really fun. It really is like a mix of, there's one thing to do every day for 30 days. And it's a mix of like,
so read off like 10 of them. Yeah,
I'll read off some of them. Some of them are basic, like take a 10-minute walk outside, dance to 2 of your favorite throwback songs,
That's fun.
Stretch like a cat for a full 5 minutes, which
that's a long stretch, actually.
5 minutes is a long time. Vacuum or clean a room with high energy. I can get into that. I mean, no? Okay. And then let's see. Try a 5-minute yoga flow. A lot of these, it just said like, go to YouTube and find this or find that. And I'm like,
well, one of them was like, I remember reading it. It was like, do calf raises while you're brushing your teeth. And it's like,
while you're brushing your teeth.
You end up doing that each day. Like if it's something like that, you can maybe then incorporate it and like do it every time.
Yeah. Some of them they labeled like sneaky, and it's like things that you just like put into your day to day. Power walk for one podcast segment. Plank for as long as you can. March in place while watching a show. So like while you're watching something.
That'd be exhausting, actually, depending on how long the show is.
Yeah. Let's see. Family dance party or kid-led workout. So like let your kids lead it, or just we do family dance parties sometimes. What else? It says we do something new with your co-host live or virtually. So we could do something together, maybe.
All right. I'm down.
So yeah, just like a bunch of different stuff. Try a 1-song jump rope challenge. I don't remember the last time I jumped rope.
Hard. To jump rope for 2-something minutes?
For
that'd
a whole
so
song?
Hard.
That would be really
pick a tiny song, like a really short one.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just a mix of all that kind of stuff.
I think it would be fun
if you
post each day which one you're doing. Like, even if you don't like record yourself doing it, but like if you just like post it on Instagram, like the story, like this is the way I'm moving today.
This is what I'm doing.
Want to do it too, do it. Because maybe people want to do it with you. Like maybe if someone's like feeling.
We would love, I would love that. If anybody wants to join me in these like silly, small, like sometimes fun, sometimes easy, sometimes a little more challenging workouts, join me, and it would be really fun to like do them. I think what I'm going to do is make the list of like the 30 things, and then I don't know, I'm a little worried this might make me too not accountable, but like pick the one I want to do each day.
Yeah.
Maybe I should actually schedule them, calendar them, and then I have to do the one that's on that day. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of feel like
how much
you might actually do all the easy ones in one week
first.
It's like, well, shit, I don't want to do the rest.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe I'll calendar them.
I think it's really fun. Like, I think that's a fun way to like. I like the dancing. Your favorite songs. Like, I think that's really fun. Like,
I'm hoping it'll like infuse some of that joy back into like moving and make it fun, make it approachable, make it easy. For me, like
free.
I want to.
That's free.
Yeah.
So like, and some of those, because one of the, I don't know about. I think you mentioned time as well. Like, we're busy, and I'm the same way. Where like the workouts I was doing, I would drive. By the time I drive to the gym, did my full workout, kind of got cleaned up, drove back, and then shower. Like, we're talking.
It's a whole thing.
An hour and a half out of my life, or 2 hours when you add it all in with the shower, if it was whatever. Yeah. So like, I'm like, I currently, there's no day I have 2 hours to do that, especially now that the kids are going to be home. So like, time is a really big part for me. But, and in my brain, I'm like, oh no, like a 20-minute workout is not a workout, right? Like, but
I think
it is.
That's the thing we have to like dispel, because like, that's the other thing I said, make them all 45 minutes or less. Like they can't be more than that. And also sometimes doing a workout that we're like, you don't, like even just being active, even if you don't get super sweaty, so you don't have to shower. Cause you're right. That's like a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
But yeah, it's like trying to not have the all or nothing mentality, and trying to just do it every day and have that consistency is my goal. So
would you want to share? Would you want to put all 30 and share it the first day, like at the beginning, to see if
I was thinking I'll try to make a cute graphic that has like all of them, and then if anybody wants to join me, I would love that.
That'd be awesome.
And we can make funny videos or just report back, or even just take like an audio clip of yourself, like after, like, did you hate that? Did you love it? Was it hard?
Yeah.
We would love that, and that would be so fun. I'll try to do the same, and then I'll start. We're starting June 1st, right?
Tomorrow. Oh, okay. I was going to start tomorrow, but we can start June 1st. I was like, God, I got to get started. But that'll give me a few days to be lazy still.
Yeah, be lazy still.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me yours. What did you?
Okay,
what have you picked?
I have talked about my social media obsession, so I get very easily influenced by TikTok. And one of the current so TikTok always has. I think someone just makes up a fitness challenge and then it goes viral, and it's like, and then finally later, like personal trainers will weigh in and be like, this is actually not like, you probably shouldn't do this. Like when it was like 100 kettlebell swings a day, right? For 30 days.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, okay, but what are the benefits of that? Like, I don't know. Maybe that one is good, but that's a current one that's going on right now, is the kettlebell swings. I'm trying to remember the other ones, but there's just always just some random, TikTok challenge.
Yeah.
But I keep seeing these ads. These are ads. These aren't like people really doing it, but it's like it's 28 days of wall Pilates. So wall Pilates, it's like you just need a yoga mat up against the wall, and it's like a lot of body weight. It's I've never done Pilates. I told you I've never done real Pilates. I don't know if wall Pilates is anything like real Pilates, but at least this is and it's 15 minutes a day. Okay, so like 15 minutes a day. Right. I feel like there's no way I could not find 15 minutes in a day. Yeah, even if it's like right when I wake up. If I wake up, roll over, and use my wall right there in pajamas, I should be able to do that in theory.
Totally.
And in 15 minutes, probably not get all that sweaty.
Super sweaty.
So
yeah.
Even if I wanted to I guess I haven't taken this kid to school anymore, but I was thinking to get in a routine of it. So then even if I showered first, did some things, and then found 15 minutes, I wouldn't have to shower again, probably.
Yeah, totally. You could squeeze it in the middle of the day or in the afternoon if they're taking a break or whatever they're doing.
And since it's only 15 minutes, I feel like then if I also wanted to do another workout, if I wanted to go to the gym or whatever, that I could. Yeah. So it's by Better Me. Better Me is an app. So I was like, that's the other thing. I kind of wanted an app to or just you have a calendar. I wanted a set thing that would show me how to do it. I can't just look at a picture. I want a video of how to do it because since I'm not a Pilates person, you can't tell me do this pose. I don't know what that pose is.
That means. Yeah.
Yeah. So and so it was $15 for the month, and then I have to remember to cancel it.
Oh yeah.
So that I don't
put a reminder in your calendar.
I know. I'm so bad at that.
I'm bad at that.
My husband at the end of every year, when he's working on taxes and stuff, he's like, "What is this $45 a month we've been paying?" I'm like, "I don't know. That's not mine." Tell you. And then I figured out, I was like, "Yeah, that was mine." He's done it too, so I'm not the worst.
I try to instantly put a reminder on my phone because I know I will forget.
Yeah, because it's do you have to cancel it before the billing cycle or on the day of? So I have to figure out what.
I always set it for the day before to be safe.
I should do that
because it tells you the date. Yeah.
Well, I bought it. It's a 28 day, and I bought it today.
I like the ones that will
start until the 1st, though.
I like the ones that are cool about it. They'll be like, okay, we will charge you on this date, and I'm going to send you an email reminder the day before.
Yeah, I want the reminder.
Thank you.
Thank you. You understand.
You know that I just want to cancel this.
You know that I said, I'm going to cancel.
They probably just want to reduce all the calls. They probably get so many calls of people being like,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 28 days
wall Pilates. I love
wall Pilates, 15 minutes a day.
I cannot wait to hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, all the ads, they show these just people with 8-packs doing it. I'm like, can you show me a real person doing this, please?
Yes, please.
Because I don't even know if I can do half that. So
it'll be great.
I was gonna start tomorrow, but I guess I'll wait till the 1st.
You can start tomorrow if you want. I mean, there are no rules.
There's no rules. We have no rules.
We can do whatever we want.
But I feel like that is just the setting doable. The bar for you can find 15 minutes.
Totally.
If you can't, then I'm slacking.
And it's not
I'm just making excuses.
Yeah, and it's not a necessary shower, which I think is critical. Yeah.
Especially as a woman. Yeah. And I think I won't dread it, right? Because it's in my head, Pilates is just kind of, boring. I don't know. It's not a high energy, and that's something I'm going to dread. So.
Yeah. That's the other thing is I needed variety because I saw one challenge that was I don't know if it was meant to be a 30-day challenge, but it was the squats, and it was 4 sets of squats, and I was I thought about it. I was I could do that every day for 30 days. I was oh my God, I would be so
I watched
bored.
it, but I got tired watching
so bored.
It.
Yeah, but also just bored. I cannot do the same thing over and I need variety.
I was telling you the other challenge I was thinking about, and I think this is why I didn't do it. So I would have gotten bored. Is I would. So I have. This is going to sound embarrassing. Well, maybe not embarrassing, but for me, it was embarrassing. I couldn't do one real push-up. I could one real off my knees push-up.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this.
I didn't have that kind of upper body strength.
I don't know if I could.
Well, and then after working out with my trainer, right, I didn't do a lot of push-ups during my workouts, but since I was working on those muscles, doing other workouts, then when it did come time, he was do 10 push-ups. And I was I can't do 10 push-ups. I did what? So my trainer was out of town, and I had another trainer fill in, and I had to send videos to him of the push-ups, and he was "This looks like a fitness model is doing. You're the example of how to do a perfect." I mean, he maybe says this to everybody, and it was just to make me feel good. But I was you're right. These I would look back at the video, and I was I can do 10 perfect push-ups, right? Like
See?
I can touch my nose to the ground.
That's impressive.
I can do it 12 times now, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I could. I haven't done it for a minute, so I don't know. But I was like, what if I tried to do, my goal was 50. Like, what if I could do 50 in a row? And I think that goal was far too high. So I was like, what if I could do 30 in a row? And then I decided I would probably just get bored and not do it. So
bored of doing it. Yeah.
I really considered it. I'm still intrigued by it. Maybe after I do my wall Pilates, I'll add in some push-ups and try to see if I could even get it up to 20 would be pretty cool. Only because I used to be at 0, like dead 0. So
I think I would be at dead 0. I should try when
you should try.
Stop
do a video of you doing one. Yeah. And then just try to do more.
We can maybe decide if that's one we want to layer on together.
Yeah. Together. There we go.
Like doing it and see what I don't know. I don't want to say that out loud.
It's so hard.
I don't want to commit to it.
Push up. It's
really
sad
hard.
how hard it is.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard.
No. Okay. Well, tell us if you think we should do the push-ups also.
Yeah. Or if anyone has tips to increase your push-up.
Yeah. Okay. So workout, fitness, movement challenges are starting this month. So in a month, we will come back and have an update for you on that. And we'll talk about what's next too. So yeah, join us. We'll be sharing the details of what we're actually doing, the details. So if I said details. 3 times.
Details.
The wine's kicking in. And so if you want to join us, do. And then tell us how it's going. That would be awesome.
Or do your own and just share with us which one you're doing. I'd love to hear it.
Totally.
But next week, our episode series is Are We Best Friends Now? And that's the one where we bring on a guest.
New besties.
Yeah, next week's special guest is already a bestie of mine, but I'm cheating by bringing her in. But her name is Jen Gayden, and we're good old friends from Texas. She actually bought the house I used to live in, which is so wild funny. When she posts photos. I'm like, that was my house. Anyway, she is the owner of Vivian James Events, Petals, Portraits, and Parties. Okay, so she was looking for what's next in her life and was trying to figure out how to make more money. And she was looking into what her passions are and what she has access to. And she had a previous photography experience and party planning. So she started her own. She does a lot of floral arrangements, not only for events, but she hosts, you can come to her like parties to make your own bouquets and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Which is so fun. And then, she does photography for families and parties. So she does party planning, event planning, stuff like that.
Amazing.
So she started her own business and is just doing it. It's probably been a couple years maybe 1 year since she's officially launched it. But so we'd love to talk to her about everything, why she did it, what she's learned so far, how profitable it is. She's an open book. She's super fun. So I think she'll be a great host. So if you guys have any questions for anyone who has started a business in this line of work, please feel free to post them on our Instagram. We'll probably put a call out this week to remind you guys to send in questions for her. But we're super looking forward to it. So
awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to her. That sounds like a dream job, honestly.
She's so fun.
In a lot of ways. So I'm
and just as a person, she's just a very dynamic, interesting person. She used to be a nanny for very, very rich politicians, and signed all these NDAs and can't talk about and I was like, just tell me, just freaking tell me. It drives me nuts.
I wonder if she could tell the stories if it's anonymous.
She includes no names.
Yeah.
I know
no identifying factors.
Can we change this whole podcast to just your life as a rich nanny, or a nanny for rich people?
Ooh, yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Be interesting.
It would be. It really would be.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right. Well, send us your questions. Let us know if you what you would want to ask Jen. I'm excited to talk to her. That'll be so fun. Super fun. That'll be next week. So stay tuned for that. And next month we'll give you guys an update on our challenges and stick around. Yeah. What else?
And then in 2 weeks we'll probably do that. Are We Obsessed? We'll talk about current TV shows. I've got to talk about the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, with someone.
I haven't been watching.
Can you watch it, please? So
yes. Okay. I'll watch it so we can talk about it.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have so many.
Thanks.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Cool. So if you're not yet, make sure you're following us. Super important so that you always see our episodes.
Oh, it turns out, you remember how you and I were like, does anyone watch this? It won't matter that we didn't do a video one.
Yes.
And then people were like, I thought you just skipped one. A lot of people thought we just didn't post.
A decent amount of people were like, you didn't do an episode. I'm like, no, we did. It's just audio.
Just audio.
Anyway, so that's good to know. Somebody is watching on YouTube, other than just my mom. Love you, Mom. So yeah, that's good to know. If we do audio only, we'll put it on YouTube in the future for you guys. So with like a still image, just so you can stay caught up with what's going on with us. All right, so give us reviews, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
And all the good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.